teams have incredibly strong passing games.
Yes, they do, BA. Some great basketball minds on both teams who can just pick you apart with their playmaking. I'm sure they won't make it easy on each other.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing. Pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the one. Now here's Russell. Edwards finds McDaniels. Back to Edwards. It's McDaniels on the wing. It's rebounded by Morris.
That's a rarity for him, especially against the soft defense.
Pass to George. Leonard on the wing. George against Edwards. 5 on the clock. George passes to Morris. Over Gobert. Morris can't hit.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but BA, those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
And the Clippers have possession after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Here's George. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Jackson against Russell. Pass to Towns. Now here's Edwards. The D's right on him. It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Edwards. From downtown. Rebound by the Clippers.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
George outside. Leonard outside. The shot won't fall. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. And the dunk by Jackson.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
The Timberwolves trail. Outside Russell. To the wing on the left. Towns passes to Edwards. Russell with the ball. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Zubats. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter, and Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, this shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple.
Oh, my goodness!
That's out. Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
George outside. From the arc. Sinks the tray. George has got 5 now.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. The 3 from Russell. Sends it home from three-point land.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Here's George. And that one's good. He's got 7.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on a string.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And here's Russell. Out left to the wing. Towns with room to shoot. And that one's long.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
There's 37 seconds left in the opening quarter.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach to affect the shot.
Here's George, and the jam by George.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. The three from Russell. No luck on that one. Leonard against McDaniels. The kick out to Morris. Back to Leonard. Now George. Up in time. Paul George. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Clippers. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one, attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. Pass to Leonard. And he drops it in from the low post.
I love how Kawhi gets to his spots. He won't let the defense throw him off.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
6 to shoot. Outside Russell. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Knocks down the triple. Towns has got himself on the board with a 3 there.
The versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
Here's Jackson. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Leonard outside. Pass to Jackson. 4 on the clock. Shot from 12. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Russell. Gobert finds Russell. And another 3 from Minnesota.
An assortment of shots in Russell's arsenal. Just a quick catch and shoot right there.
George drives in. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a 5-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, B.A. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
Goes up on the wing. Not going to go that time. The Clippers in the lead. Leonard outside. To the paint. Kicks it to George. 3-pointer. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Edwards. Back to Towns. George against Edwards. And no good. Oh, good work defensively by Morris. George against Edwards. George passes to Jackson. It's tipped. Edwards against George. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Jackson outside. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half of basketball. McDaniels with some nice D. Now here's Towns. Pass to McDaniels. Now Edwards. Here's Towns. Guarded by Morris. Second chance effort. Towns can't get it to go. The Clippers have got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. And Edwards slams it in.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
George outside. Fires the three, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Russell against Jackson. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Towns with the ball. Right side, McDaniels takes the three. And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Jackson against Russell. Towns for three. They grabbed their own miss. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Paul George.
I like whenever Gobert takes initiative and tries to score, because sometimes it forces the defense to foul him.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. George drives in. And the shot goes down.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Edwards, the pass to Russell. Gobert, the second chance points on the tip in. Gobert's got 5.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip ins are easier to make. Here's George. Oh, he misses the reverse. No luck on that one. And so a close game is...
The Clippers, 22.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Paul George has been sensational.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
They've got Taurean Prince, Naz Reid out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin, and it's Noel in a 2-guard. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. There's the steal. Here's Prince. Pass to Noel. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Noel. Over to the left wing. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's McLaughlin, wall covering. Noel, no good.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Prince. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Nick Batum.
To succeed in this league, you can never be satisfied. It's a certain mentality, and Prince has that.
Both shots good from the stripe. And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Against Batum. Here's Reid. He can't get that one to fall. And Los Angeles the other way now. Wall, the pass to Powell. Here's Batum. Tries again, and it's good on the layup. Batum's got his first basket.
Tremendous awareness from Nicholas. The wily vet finding some points.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Outside, Anderson. Pass to McLaughlin. Shot clock at 6. That shot, no good. Batum with the defensive effort. Powell outside. To the inside, Covington. And the jam by Covington.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Here's Noel.
2 minutes remaining on the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the third. Back to Prince. Pass to McLaughlin. Over Wall. Another miss by Minnesota. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. To the middle. Knocked loose. Inside. Here's Batum. Nice D from Reed.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Here's McLaughlin. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Prince. Here's Reed. Batum with the defensive effort.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Ball with it. And it's Noel with a rebound. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Prince. .32 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Covington. Knocks it down from distance. Covington's got 5 now.
This is what Covington does. A confident three-point shooter.
There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Anderson. Back to Prince. To end the run. Knocks down the long J. He's got 7.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. Clippers ahead, up 2. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Clippers, Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Terrence Mann is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Batum in at center, filling out the middle. Russell against Jackson. Pass to Zubac.
We know he likes to block shots, but Rudy Gobert impact on contesting shots just as important.
Goes back up. Deflected by Gobert. And here's Edwards. Towns for 3. Outside Russell. Outside McDaniels. Back to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Towns passes to Gobert. Can't hit from in close. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And he sinks the second. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Now Russell. Pass to Gobert. Back to Russell. Stolen by Jackson. Leonard against McDaniels. Leonard passes to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Zubac inside. Working on McDaniels. And Zubac with the basket. On the assist by Leonard. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers?
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
Edwards, a pass to Russell. The three ball. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 9 rebounds now. Jackson with it. Russell covering. Leonard outside. And that one good. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Outside McDaniels. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Down low. Here's the three. Counted from distance.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
Here's George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 19 points.
Capable of flat out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Jackson against Russell. McDaniels passes to Russell. Towns against Morris. Here's Russell. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
A minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. Here's George. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Up and in on the layup. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Russell with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. Towns for three. Offensive rebound. Timberwolves. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. Here's Jackson. Pass to George. Leonard right side. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. And it's an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
It's an even 3-on-3 break. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. George, good.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Back to Edwards. It's McDaniels on the wing. Outside Edwards. To the paint. The teardrop. Here's Towns. Cans it with nobody near him.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
So the Clippers win it. It ends up being a Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight.
On the guard matchup in this one with two incredible talents going head-to-head.
And we've been really spoiled with all of these guards that we get to watch. The league today has as much talent at the 1 and 2 as it ever has.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the center.
And this is part of Morant's role as a guard. He's responsible for finding the open man.
Edwards inside, guarded by Bain. Edwards can't hit. Morant against Russell. Morant reaches to Adams. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
Grizzlies ball.
And a wide open look for Bain. Those 3 pointers off the mark. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. McDaniels finds Gobert. Six on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. For 3, Edwards sinks the triple.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a plain view of the court.
Now here's Morant. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times. And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Now Edwards. After D'Angelo Russell's 3-pointer that didn't go.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Morant looking around. The dish to Adams. The shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies
Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
Bain passes to Adams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Not the last time we'll see that. Adams is so powerful and loves to take it to the defense.
Second free throw, no good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Edwards can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Morant dishes to Adams. Out to Brooks. Memphis moving it around. Back to Bain. Morant outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Brooks has got the ball. Here's Adams. The shot missing. Gobert with the defensive effort. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to McDaniels. There's the triple. And finished off by Gobert.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Now here's Morant. Payne for 3. Releases. And it's Morant. That time on the assist by Payne.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Edwards against Payne. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
Anderson kicks to McDaniel. A shot off that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Brooks the pass to Jackson. It's stolen by Gobert. Russell with it. Now defended by Adams. Here's Edwards. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Edwards got 7 points.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now, here's Bain. Hands it from downtown. 6 points for him.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Russell finds Edwards. Here's McDaniels. 4 seconds left. That shot, no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Grizzlies out in front. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the Grizzlies so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Running in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Anderson. And it's Russell in at the point. That's the foul to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Now here's Morant. In the corner, it's Payne. Brooks outside. For 3. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. A new 14 for the Grizzlies. Adams lays it up and banks it in. Adams has got his first basket.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
It's Russell with the drive. And Adams sends it back. It's Brooks on the wing to the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Adams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Anderson with the screen for Edwards. In the air, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day grade falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now. And let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go.
Here's Jackson. He shoots again. Brooks outside. And rejection by McDaniel. Payne against Edwards. Outside Russell. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Back to Gobert. It's stolen by Adams. Payne with it. Picked up by Edwards. Payne passes to Brooks. He dishes it to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Outside Edwards. Kicks it to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Here's Russell with the three. The Grizzlies pull it in. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Timeout call, first of the game for Minnesota.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter, with about 3 minutes gone by, Morant with the steal. And it's Brooks in the corner. Adams dishes to Morant.
2 minutes remaining in that. 2 minutes.
Back to Adams. Out to Brooks. Shoots over McDaniel. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Timberwolves trail by 4.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdowns. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Adams in the corner. Out to Morant. On the wing, Brooks. Shot clock at 6. Back to Morant. And it's good, assisting on the play with Brooks. Morant's got 6 points. Hey, Greg, talking about the great John Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. McDaniels with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. And Gobert kicks to Russell. Doesn't go for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Morant passes to Brooks. Morant against Russell. Memphis moving it around. And it's Morant missing.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Anderson finds McDaniel. Out to Russell. Steven Adams has been leading the charge.
With the score, the Minnesota Timberwolves 16, the Grizzlies 20.
As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' spot. Williams is out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Tyus Jones. And it's Conchar into the two-guard spot.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
Jones, no one around him. Off target with his three.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Here's Noel for the lead. They get it back.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Now here's Jones. Outside Williams. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. That's the Clark. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaching. And speaking of coaching, is that something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? I want to get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
And the Timberwolves call time. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Moore inside. Here's Reed. And Jones pulls it down.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Here's Aldama. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Connects from three-point range.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Down low, intercepted. Clark, the pass to Conchar. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got the lead up to 10 now for Memphis.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Now here's Moore. Back to Reed. Will it go? Aldama with the rebound.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, you need to find some sort of momentum.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Memphis shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Kick out to Moore. Pass to Noel. Takes it inside. That one, no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Tyus Jones. At the line.
And here are the Grizzlies with it. They've gone on a 13-0 run. And there's the pass to Conchar. Back to Jones. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pass to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Conchar, the pass to Williams. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack. with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's more. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Here's Aldama. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Pass to Concho. That three off the mark. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Moore passes to Reed. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
Stolen away. And so it's Memphis finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. McDaniels is out there with Anderson. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Morant. Jackson has the open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Edwards. Anderson wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 18. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Oh, he's got some hops. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
Now, here is Russell. Here's Gobert. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Brooks outside. Back to Morant. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Jackson. Unloads. And it's Morant missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Anderson, and he banks in the layup.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Morant outside. Outside for Jackson. Beyond the arc. Up again. He can't get that one, and it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Anderson finds Russell. And it's good for 2.
The gentle touch inside. Russell really improving as a finisher.
And the Grizzlies leading by 16. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Russell against Morant. And then kicked down as he goes right over Kyle Anderson.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Memphis. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Russell kicks to Anderson. Back to Russell. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Out to Edwards. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Goes back up. And they call the foul, so he's got the one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat you. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the and one opportunity.
Now here's Morant. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. This is it to Bain. Loads it up there for Morant. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Timberwolves trail by 16. Outside, Russell. Out to Edwards. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Hits the three-point bomb. McDaniels got his first 3 points of the game.
And showing he can make plays for others, ever moving it with conviction.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to Gobert. The kick out to Anderson. McDaniels dishes to Anderson. Over in the corner, Edwards. Back to McDaniels. Here's Russell. And it's good off the back rim and in. Russell's got 4 this quarter.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
Here's Jackson after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Bain kicks to Jackson. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Russell against Morant. Out to Edwards. Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They led the game at 1 point by 20. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Morant outside. Adams with the screen on Russell. 5 to shoot. Back to Bain. He feeds it to Brooks. And Memphis turns it over again.
Classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
6 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's McDaniels. And the miss. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
Say he is the best point guard in the league.
Indeed. Thanks, Allie.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the center position. Now here's Jackson. Good on the shot. And Grant, we've got two teams here that don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
George against Bane. 19-footer. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron.
Just smart use right there, Paul George in the mid-range.
Jackson against Morant. Up top, Bane. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Clippers.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And a nice finish on the layup.
And a lot of times Adams only looks to shoot from that area on the floor. Really knows the limitations in his range.
It's George on the wing. Guarded by Bane. Back to Jackson. Clock at 6. Oh, the swat by Adams.
Well, the size of Steven Adams, one thing, but persistence is another.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And Grant, a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
And it's good for 2.
And Steven Adams just a wrecking ball down there with his size and strength on the offensive glass.
Leonard outside. On the take. Kicks it out to Jackson. There's the 3. Can't get it to go. 2 for 4 thus far. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Outside for Brooks. Outside Bane. From outside the arc. And that one fall for him. He's 0 for 2.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening. Pass
to Jackson. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Morris passes to George. And the jam by George.
Paul George taking it all the way up for the dunk.
Outside Moran. Now Jackson. Outside for Brooks. This one for three. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
George outside. A minute 31 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Leonard. Adams grabs the miss.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Now here's George to the inside. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Ooh, poked away. And stolen by Leonard. And he makes it.
The defender leading just a little. Kawhi recognizes it, pulls up for the easy one.
Moran against Jackson. And it's Moran off the drive. Moran with the slam.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Here's George. And George with the jam.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
Now here's Moran. Pass to Adams. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Reggie Jackson.
First team foul. Shooting for Memphis.
He's off on the first.
Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building. It just looks incredible.
Now here's George. 6 points for him. Left to play in the first quarter.
No excuse for the defense to let Paul George, a guy that good at scoring the ball, get that close.
Outside Moran. Cash money on the open jump shot. Morant's got 6 points.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
2 on the clock. It's George with the drive. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Los Angeles. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. George's shot is off. Memphis leading. Inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. George against Bain. And George with the jam.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Bain finds Brooks, shoots over George, and he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Bain. Back to Leonard. George outside. Shot clock at 5. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Well, Memphis shooting has been unreal. 64% from the floor. Moran against Jackson. Morant, the pass to Bain. Now here's Brooks. Denied by Leonard.
That's why they call him the clock. Kawhi getting in there with those massive mitts.
The Clippers trail. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Offensive rebound. Jackson outside. Pass to Leonard. Second shot opportunity. That one a little long.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Leonard, left side. Kicks it to George. Pass to Jackson. Leonard with the ball. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter. You know, some have said those old school power forwards, guys like Charles Oakley, they're becoming outdated. You see that, Grant?
Well, first of all, the physicality in the game is no more. The way Oakley would hit you and bruise you, can't do that in today's game. And guys like Oakley are now playing the 5 position, and they're shooting three-pointers. So a lot of it just is because the game has changed and evolved since the 90s when Oakley dominated.
A great skill level in the game right now.
No question.
It's been interesting as Reggie has finally seemingly found a home, or at least confidence in the way he plays. He's a guy who can carry you on offense, and he will score in bursts. And those will be very loud points.
To the inside. George passes to Morris. Back to George. And the jam by George.
Love to see PG getting into that zone, committed to find the points.
Here's Morant. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
52 seconds left in the first half. Here's Jackson. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Grizzlies. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Morant against Jackson, and Morant gets it to go.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Here's George, and George with the jam.
Putting some extra juice on that tomahawk, fellas. No one is going to stop that.
Man, when he's coming in with that level of force, that's just too much right there. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Fires in the triple. Jackson's got 8.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Leonard against Brooks. Leonard passes to Jackson. Here's George. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close.
The Grizzlies, 30. Fans, get ready for the Jabberwocky.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Paul George has been sensational.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
You want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. We've got Green. John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Williams in at the 4. Jones against Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Getting up and finishing with muscle. Love seeing Wall attack the basket with ferocity.
Jones from outside. Covington grabs the board. And here are the Clippers now. 4-point game.
I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Jones, the pass to Clark. Deflected!
Great anticipation. He's racked up a few of those blocks in his career, Batum has.
The kick out to Williams. On target from range. And the Grizzlies lead by 7. Well, Brent, any team loves to have a guy like Covington setting an example with his all-out play.
Yeah, BA, you know how there are guys that bring along everybody with their offensive game? Covington does that with the defense. He's out there, he gives effort, he dives on the floor, he's going for loose balls, and all of a sudden the energy of the team is right behind Robert Covington's defense.
Back to Green. The kick out to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Clark. Tip! And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And for the Clippers, their shooting has been good. 54% on this one. Up top, Powell. Back to Wall from about 16. And the Clippers miss again.
Yeah, that miss might stick with them for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's Williams. Here's Clark. The kick out to Williams from behind the arc. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the trade time.
And the foul called on Nick Batum. That's his first foul. Memphis has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Jones against Wall. Jones, the pass to Clark. Back to Jones. To the paint. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the first one at the line is good.
John Contra.
So hits 1 and misses 1 at the line. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Man. Shot to stop the run. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Oh, come on, BA. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Clark. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And he makes the first. He's off on the second. The Clippers have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Wall, the pass to Powell, and so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the NBA markets itself behind its star players, but Commissioner Adam Silver understands what makes the game tick. He said, quote, "This is a team sport. In order to truly win championships and compete at the highest level, all the players have to come together."
So true, Allie. Thank you.
Yeah, can't sleep on Powell defensively. He will step up and start to pour it in.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Jones, the pass to Green. Batum pulls it in. The Clippers trail. Here's Wall. Yep, that one goes.
Assertive play by Wall inside. Pushing hard to find himself a shot.
Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. Outside Jones. Down low. And Williams punches it home.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Green, the pass to Clark. Shoots. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one misses. A big group substitution here for Memphis. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Williams. Brooks comes in for Green. Bain, he's checked in for Conchar. And it's Ja Morant in for Jones. Morant against Wall. Over Morant. Wall, the pass to Powell. 29 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Wall against Morant. And again, it's John Wall. Wall's got 8.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Here's Morant.
Oh, man.
Nobody is stopping that.
Way up there in the rafters.
Insane.
What a finish.
Yeah, an electric player. Morant just bouncing off the contact and finishing on the drive.
Here's Wall. The layup off target. And so it's Memphis finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Getting lots of grit. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. The two-way threats of George and Leonard, the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Outside Morant. Drops in the layup for 2.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Can he keep it going? The shot off that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Pass to Bain. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Morant, the pass to Adams. Nifty move. Kicks it out to Jackson. Outside Bain. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Bain's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. George against Bain. Offensive rebound.
Kawhi has great size, but along with that has very good instincts as a rebounder, and that time works the offensive play.
On the wing, Bain. Brooks outside. Kicks it out to Jackson. The 6-footer. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be uneven to Zubats. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
Out to Leonard. The 3. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Kawhi has really perfected that stroke, and he did not come into the league with that kind of skill or that kind of threat from the three-point line.
Morant with it. He's picked up by Zubats. Adams, the pass to Morant. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Adams. That one's good for 2. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Here's George. called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
The length and the athleticism combination of Paul George is very hard to guard.
Paul George at the line for 2.
George hits them both. Now here's Morant. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Oh, he's been lethal. Connecting again, making him 9 for 9.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Leonard against Brooks. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to George. The 3 is up. Zubac. Great positioning on the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Memphis has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Morant, the pass to Bane. Good, and the setup by Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Grizzlies.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And what a huge performance it was for Ja Morant.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of them out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
And here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. And he lobs it up top. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Clippers ball.
Here's Leonard. And it's Bane with the rebound. To the middle. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Got a piece of it. Zubac with the steal. And so it's Memphis winning this one. They have to feel good about this performance.
Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin.
What a worker Kawhi is. Terrific player. And a great story, David. Thanks. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point guard. George with the bucket.
Paul George has become such an assertive and confident player. He knows exactly when he's in position to get that catch and shoot off.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Now Jackson after the missed 3 from Karl Anthony Towns. Jackson passes to George. Just 5 on the clock. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
Well, I like the fact that's intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be in their face all night long.
Pass to Edwards. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Out to Russell. Right wing. Towns for 3. Timberwolves passing it around. Leonard with the steal. Morris left side. Outside Leonard. Shoots over McDaniel. Morris dishes to Leonard. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Russell against Jackson. And the slam dunk by Russell.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance.
Yeah, he was one step ahead of him the entire way.
Now Russell. Paul George missing from long range. McDaniels with the ball. The feed to Towns. And Karl Anthony Towns with the jam.
How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
On the wing, George. Edwards defending. And George kicks to Morris. Leonard inside. Working on McDaniels. And Leonard gets it to go.
He is a strong finisher with momentum behind him. You won't see Leonard lose his touch or balance on his drives.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
And here's George after D'Angelo Russell hitting the 3. Jackson on the assist by George.
Nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Russell against Jackson. Russell looking around to the left wing. Poke loose. Stolen by Jackson. One-on-one here. Here's George. He doesn't hit that one. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Russell against Jackson. Ball's knocked loose. The Clippers in the lead. Nobody near George. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. George has got 5.
There's not much a defender can do when George decides to go up with the pull-up. I mean, you got to respect both his shooting and his driving ability because of his speed on the dribble.
Now, here's McDaniel. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot clock at 5. Edwards can't hit.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Here's Leonard, and rejection by McDaniel. Towns against Morris. Second shot opportunity. Towns with the bucket.
I don't think I've ever seen a lack of effort from Towns on the glass. He is a glass eater and keeps possessions alive for his team.
Outside Jackson. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Los Angeles. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson at the guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here is Russell. Paul George making his last shot. This one for 3. Russell, no good. Clippers leading by 4.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Good on the triple.
With a few 40% seasons from deep, George has become one of the top three-point shooters in the game.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Towns, no luck. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Now here's Towns. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. From the arc. Towns, no luck. And so it's Leonard with it. We'll bring it up to the Los Angeles Clippers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's really hard to distract Paul George when he goes into a shot. I mean, even though the defense is there and made the obvious foul, doesn't seem to bother him.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Now here's Towns. Passes it to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Towns showing you a willingness to want to make his teammates better with that pass there.
Clippers leading by 8. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit to battle through and maintain his greatness. Tells you something more about his competitive will. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything. And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Now, here is George. 13 points in the game. to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Proving right there he's a team player who wants to get his guys involved. I like seeing George make those passes.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Oh, here's Edwards. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Morris, left side. Over to the left wing. Zubac kicks to George. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Towns, wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. Towns has got 7 points in the game.
And you see Towns with those big mitts, able to control the basketball on the dribble. That's where the size of your hands can be a nice asset for you.
Now here's Jackson in the corner. George with it. Gobert pulls it in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Towns finds Russell. Back to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Out to Edwards. McDaniels in the post. He's covered by Leonard. 40 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Fires for three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Timberwolves trail by 4. Edwards passes to Towns. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Here's George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
For 3, Edwards. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, good stick-to-itiveness there from George. Sticks with the shot despite the foul that he gets while in the air.
And George drops them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Russell from long range. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen. All right, Dave, thank you. And
your Clippers, 25, the Timberwolves, 17.
Third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Anderson is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Taurean Prince. And it's Noel in a shooting guard. Kicks it out to Prince. Here's Powell. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Prince outside. Here's Noel. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Los Angeles leading by 11. It's Powell on the wing. The to man. Back to Powell. Here's man. Outside Covington. Over Reed. Covington's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 11. Prince, the pass to McLaughlin. No good on the triple. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Kicks it out to Covington. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Prince finds Anderson, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
Timberwolves ball.
Prince wide open. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so Powell will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Wall looking for an opening. Pass to man. Pocket 6. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
The B just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Reed misses. Los Angeles leading by 13. Outside, Wall. It's Powell on the wing. Covington kicks to Powell. No good on the three. Timberwolves have gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Here's McLaughlin. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Ball passes to Covington. That shot is off. Good D by Anderson. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Takes it off the glass. Anderson's got his first 2 points. And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the two defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. You see those two boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the two defenders on the elbows. So that's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint.
Noel. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing, but they don't want to chance that again.
Here's Wall, and that one is good.
You know, sometimes you see the edge to Wall's game come out in these situations. Tight defense inside, contact, and he just is determined not to be denied.
Driving in, and he converts the layup.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Outside, Wall. Pass it to man. Now Powell. Yep, that one goes in there. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Prince against Wall, and the slam dunk by Wall.
Wall giving me some evidence of that bounce, throwing it down with authority.
Ball stolen, and pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Prince finds Reed. And there it is for him. Reed's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Timberwolves. George looking around. The Clippers rebound. Zubats. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Timberwolves trail by 15. Up top, Edwards, defended by George. Edwards kicks to Russell. Takes a three. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. And Los Angeles guys shooting in this game 45%. Here's Leonard, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
And the first one drops.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Outside, Russell. Towns, high post. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
George against Edwards. From 13, Los Angeles with another miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
The shot by George, no good. Timberwolves trail by 15. Edwards with it. George picks him up. Russell with a wide open look. Traps in the tray.
Boy, you look at D'Angelo Russell. He's got a sweet stroke. The lefty can knock it down from three, but always seems to be playing at his pace, under good control.
Here's George. Pass to Zubats. Jackson against Russell. 6 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, you have to be really on your toes when you're defending Paul George. He's excellent when it comes to using the pump fake to draw fouls.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. George has got 20 points. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Down by 15. Latrey. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Ball for the Timberwolves.
From deep. It's held in by Zubats. Zubats has got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's George finishing it off. And the Clippers lead by 17.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock and awe. But now, he's got a big smile on his face.
Jackson with the bounce pass. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And stolen by Russell.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Paul George.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Jackson finds George. Clippers moving the ball around. Clock at 4. A three from Leonard. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. George against Russell. Outside, Towns. To end the drought. It doesn't go for him. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of the crowd. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
star.
Hey, a real treat in store for us tonight, folks. We get to see two teams with some of the best young talent in the NBA, Grant.
I mean, you said it best. I mean, these teams and their players, they have a lot of runway in front of them. So you get a glimpse of the league's future here. With the wealth of potential on both sides, these are teams that figure to be contenders for years to come.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the four with Gobert in the middle. And it's Russell in at point guard.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Morant, the pass to Adams. Stolen by Russell. It's an even 3-on-3 break. McDaniels from long range. Kept alive. Left side, Edwards. Outside Russell. 6 to shoot. Pass to Towns. Another shot. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his third All-Star game. He actually won the three-point contest, and consider in the regular season. 50, 40, 80% shooting. Really sound basketball.
And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him in that 2021-22 season.
It was, BA, because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the second time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from this point forward.
Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. McDaniels finds Towns. Fires the 3. Here's Gobert. Outside for Russell. For 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Adams a screen. And here's Morant outside. The Timberwolves have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Outside Russell. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards. Always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
To the inside. Back to Morant. Looking to end the run. And then Morant with the dunk.
Finally, a make for this team. Hopefully it gives them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
Now here's Gobert. The offensive rebound. Outside McDaniels. The 3. And another shot. And it's finished off by Gobert as he lays it in.
Well, Rudy Gobert securing the board and making sure to convert.
Morant, the pass to Adams. Oh, the block shot. Grabs it out of the air. Outside McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. And Edwards slams it in.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Right side Edwards. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Now here's Towns. Outside McDaniels. And Russell, here we go. Oh, sweet move. Brooks with the rebound.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Down low. Here's Jackson. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Finishing through contact. Jackson showing why a 6'11" guy with real shooting ability is so dangerous.
Now here's Russell. Misses in close.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Bain finds Brooks. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Now here's Bain. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, there's just a brute strength and physicality about Steven Adams. This guy knows his role and plays it to perfection.
That one's no good. Minnesota in the lead. Edwards for 3. Adams grabs the miss. And stolen by Edwards. Here's Russell. Hangs in the air. Got a hand on it. And that does it for the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 5. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Defensively, their gambles are paying off, jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. It's McDaniels on the wing. Shot clock at 3. Russell from outside. Pass to Towns from deep. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or 2 on your team to be successful.
Bain against Edwards. Pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Towns has a 7'4" wingspan. If he gets off the floor, good night.
To the paint. And stolen by Edwards. Russell from outside. The shot no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
What I like about the Minnesota Timberwolves, to me, they took a step forward this season. Finishing their highest conference finish since 2004, made it all the way up to the 7th spot in a very competitive West.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Towns. From deep. Adams grabs the miss. For Memphis, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Inside, here's Jackson. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Looking at the progress Minnesota has made, many think the best is yet to come, Doris.
Well, they've made smart draft acquisitions, beginning with young Mr. Anthony Edwards, a big-time talent. And obviously, you've got to grow that young talent. That's exactly how you build a bright future for your team.
Now here's Jackson. 6 points for him. Here's Bain. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Desmond Bain, 2 shots.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Outside Russell. Pass to Edwards. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Down low. Here's Jackson. Rebound Minnesota. Well, for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Edwards for three, hits the trifecta. Edwards got 10 points in the game.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Morant, the pass to Bain. Here's Adams. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Anthony Edwards. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
You've also got to love the way they've been crashing the offensive glass. Multiple opportunities, not giving up on possessions. Beautiful.
And it's Brooks missing. Minnesota has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Russell, the pass to Towns. Now Gobert. Back to Edwards. Over Bain. And it's Bain with the rebound.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and this is like that for the reason why. The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Here's Russell, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. No one covering. Towns has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Now here's Adams. Jackson outside. Brooks, the pass to Bain. No good with the triple.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Outside Russell. Edwards against Brooks. Back to Edwards. Clock at 6. Outside for Russell. Launches a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Back to Brooks. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good. And the first half comes to a conclusion. All right, Allie, thanks for that.
The Timberwolves 20.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the point. Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved pretty fast. What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his second season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Here's Conchar. Comes up empty down low. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Prince. Lets the 3 fly. Clark grabs the board. Well, what stood out the most in Edwards' second season, Doris, his commitment on the defensive end.
Exactly right, B.A., because he asked the coaching staff almost on a nightly basis to guard the opposition's best player. And though they didn't always give him that assignment, you have to admire his pursuit. This guy wants to become one of the top 2-way players in the league.
Here's Noel. Outside, Anderson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. 90 seconds into the second half now. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
On the attack, Green. Let's go with a 3. And he can't get that one. Minnesota shooting only 29% in this one. Not great. Here's Noel. No good on the triple.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Pass to Clark. He gets it in there.
Well, great possession there. Anytime you end up at the rim with a high percentage look, perfect.
The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Here's McLaughlin. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Back to Prince. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Anderson. Reed in the post. Here's Noel. Second chance shot. Prince with the bucket. Prince has gotten his first points in this one.
Well, you know Prince is going to be aggressive. So if you're not going to make a commitment to stop him, he's going to make high percentage shots like that one.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
The Grizzlies have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. To the paint. Stolen by Anderson. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Fires for 3. It's not going to go for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Kicks it out to Clark. Pass to Green. For the lead. That one doesn't drop. Minnesota's got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. And here's Reed. Here's Noel. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
To the middle. Reed can't hit. Memphis trailing here. Jones, the pass to Clark. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Prince can't hit. The Grizzlies shooting 40% from the field in this one. Jones finds Green. This for the tie. Here's Clark. Oh, can't tie it up as that one misses. Pass to Noel. To the inside. Prince. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, fast off his feet and up at the rim in a hurry. Taurean Prince with an easy one.
Here's Conchar. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. The Timberwolves shooting only 30% in the third quarter. Back to Noel. Reed with it. Pass to Anderson. Here's Prince. And the three-pointer goes. And now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
This guy has spent his career underrated. Prince can stretch the defense and do a lot of little things for you.
And so it's Minnesota closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Adams inside. Working on Reed. Adams, shot's good.
So many NBA players will tell you Steven Adams is the strongest guy in the league, and he gets after it off the glass.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First team.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Noel. Jacks up a 3. Hits the three-pointer. Noel's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
And that's an intentional foul. And And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Now Bain. Jackson finds Bain. Now here's Adams. And the layup is good off the glass. Adams has got 4 points this quarter.
Steven Adams is improving on the offensive end, and given his size and strength, he's effective from inside.
Outside Russell. The kick out to Edwards. Offensive board. Gobert passes to Towns. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
I'll tell you, so many different aspects to his offensive arsenal. Towns flashing solid handle ability.
Up top, Brooks. McDaniels covering. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Launches it. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Outside Bain. Here's Jackson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Tipped. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Edwards. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
And the basket by Bain.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Morant against Russell. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. Morant's got 4 rebounds now. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Memphis the rebound. Outside Bain. Pass to Adams. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Russell with the ball. Here's Towns. Back to Russell. Here's Edwards. That shot off. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Can you say prime time player Morant, he enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game?
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
And here's Morant outside. Rebound, Minnesota. There's 37 seconds left in the game.
And you know they're extremely disappointed right now. I mean, this one getting away from them.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Russell against Morant. Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Stolen by Jackson. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Adams. And so it's Minnesota with the W. Just a gutsy. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on. Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the one. George, no good.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Grant. And Adams kicks to Brooks. Got it from 16 feet.
I love Brooks' offensive versatility. Can score from all three levels.
On the wing, George. Guarded by Bain. Brooks grabs the board. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Grizzlies.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless. But they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
Now here's Jackson. Here's George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets it go with a three. Los Angeles with another miss. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bain passes to Morant. He dishes it to Adams. Memphis moving that ball around. Outside, Bain takes the three. Shot clock at 6. Jackson has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark. And the West, you know, is very difficult. But Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
Here's Morant. Paul George making his last shot. For the three. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George, double team. Pass to Zubats. Three-pointer. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Inside, deflects the pass. Stolen by George. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Leonard kicks to Morris. Jackson in the corner. No good. That would have tied it. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Grizzlies. To the middle. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Shows incredible vision for a younger player. Ja Morant's a skilled distributor.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Bucket is good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
As young as Ja Morant is, I'm impressed. He came in ready to lead a team. And these guys, they follow him.
He can't make the second free throw either. Listen both. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here. Zubats the pass to Jackson. Zubats. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And it's all knotted up.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Bane kicks to Morant. Brooks outside. Morant against Jackson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Stronger than his frame might suggest. That's a big-time and one by Ja.
So far in the game, he's 0-2 at the line. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. On the wing, George. Guarded by Bane. Out to Morris from outside the arc. They get it again. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Here's Morant. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one. Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And again, Memphis no good. The Clippers trail. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Unusual for him. Just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
And Adams with the slam.
He's a power player. That's a grown man move by Steven Adams.
1 second left. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Grizzly. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
Right now, it's their passing game, and it's been on point. Doing a great job of moving it around and getting the ball to their shooters.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness and attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
And at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Morant kicks to Bane. Out to Brooks. Memphis moving it around. 5 on the clock. Morant passes to Jackson. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. The Clippers in the lead. Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Morant's got 5.
Okay, check out the handles of John Morant. Wow, what a crafty player.
Nice shot by George. George has got the lead. Back up to 3 now for Los Angeles. Jackson against Morant. Brooks with no one around. And a miss there on the triple. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And they pick up 2.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
Here's the pass to Jackson. Feeds it to Adams. Morant outside. Over Jackson. Morant finds Brooks. Wide open look. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
Another day, another dime. John Morant has that pass-first mentality, keeping his teammates involved.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Now here's Morant. Adams' shot is off. Jackson against Morant. Jackson kicks to George. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And the dunk by Zubac.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Out to Brooks. Outside, Dane. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
And part of the Grizzlies' breakout 21-22 campaign, the emergence of Jaren Jackson Jr.
Triple J, GA missed most of the 2021 season with a knee injury he sustained in the bubble. When he was back at 100% for the Grizz, he provided serious rim protection, plus the ability to hit a 3.
Here's Morant. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Morant's got 4 this quarter.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
And George kicks to Leonard. The ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Bain passes to Jackson. To the inside. Morant with the steal. Jackson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And finished off by Morant.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
Outside Leonard. Outside for Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A shot. Los Angeles with another miss.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And the dunk by Jackson.
The height and the reach. That makes Jackson practically unstoppable.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Memphis. Outside Leonard. Morris outside. No good again that time. Morant left side. It's a tie game in Memphis. And now we'll send it over to thanks for the great interview, Dave.
22. The Clippers, 22.
First half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Checking out the group for SuperLu to start the second half. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the point. Now here's Green, Conchar. Paul George grabs the miss. You look at the current stars in the league, Steve, and team compositions, it seems like the big man is truly back. Is it because he can do more things than just play down low?
Definitely, Kevin. They can dominate with their size, with rebounding and manning the paint offensively and defensively. But then now you have guys that can get out, start the break, finish the break, and knock down threes.
George, that's a 2-pointer. It's not going to go for him. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Here's Eldama. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes it to Conchar. Outside, Jones. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Tillman's shot is off. Clippers leading by 4. George finds Leonard. Outside for George. Green against Leonard. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
So many tools in the bag for Kawhi. Foul line down. He's very hard to stop.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the Claw is.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And he gets the bucket. And it's Wall with the ball for Los Angeles. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. That shot off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Here's Jones. Wall with the block.
An explosive athlete with length. Wall is a threat when he contests shots.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, good job to take him right at him.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And so John Wall nails both of them.
And you got to respect Wall's tenacity. This is a player who hasn't let injury slow him down. He always puts in a big effort and just pushes himself to give his all.
Now here's Green. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Tillman. Got a hand on it. All with it. Now Green defending.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Wall against Green. Wall, no luck. The Grizzlies trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
From deep, Green. The Clippers grab the miss. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Wall passes to Batum. Outside, Wall. Missed inside. Grizzlies have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half start. Many expectations have been so high for this Clippers team in recent seasons with the addition of Kawhi and the addition of Paul George and the other great parts around him.
They've got a lot of terrific players, Kevin. On paper, they look playoff ready. So those expectations aren't so misplaced.
Here's man. Grizzlies making the shot. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And how great is it to see Wall there with the slam? I mean, overcoming that serious healing.
Jones, the pass to Tillman. Batum with the steal. Pass break. Here we go. Stolen. Jones against Batum. Pass to Conchar. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Conchar's got 6 points.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Wall dishes to Batum. It's Powell on the wing. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Look at how high Norman Powell gets on these dunks. Loves showing off his athleticism.
Jones from outside. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead. They're up by 6. And we'll be back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Outside, Wall. Banked in off the glass.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Ball against Morant. Here's Adams. Another shot. And Adams with the slam.
Entry, size, and strength. Once Adams gets position, you're not moving him out of there.
Wall up top. Pass to man. Back to Wall. Shot clock at 5. He kicks to Batum. Over Jackson. Covington wide open. He fires. Drains the three-pointer. Covington's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
This is what Covington does. A confident three-point shooter.
Now here's Morant for 3. And with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. Just rubbing it in their faces with that number.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
And how's that? Formal, the killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Wall looking it over. Kicks to Powell. Back to Wall. And Wall with the slam.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
Morant passes to Adams. No good on that one. Great D that time from Batum. All with it. He's picked up by Morant. It's Covington on the wing. The kick out to Wall. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. The pass to man. Here's Powell. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. And now a 10-point Clipper lead.
Inside, Norman Powell relies on his agility, allowing him to navigate the paint.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
It's textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam. Powell, no one around him. No good from outside. And So Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Taking for three. Brooks outside. On the wing, Bain. Tries again. And Adams kicks to Bain. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty. Wall draws the double. Here's Mann. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we mine through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Clippers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for George.
He really played at his preferred pace. Never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
Los Angeles leading by 9. Outside, George. And he elevates with a slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the play.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Passes to George. Spins. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Clippers lead by 11.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now, here is George. The three. No good there. And so Los Angeles takes the win. And in the win, David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Now